are back for another episode of The Renters here at HuntStand. What is next in this process? Well, it comes down to talking to the landowner or the broker to answer those very specific questions, those important questions that you need answered before you can move forward. So let's talk about what some of those questions might be. All right, so hopefully by now in the process, you've decided that you are interested in getting a hunting lease. You've found some prospective options, and you're either gonna work directly with the landowner or with some type of broker. Either way, the most important first step is spending some time with that person just to simply get their vibe. Is this somebody who you're going to be comfortable working with? Whether you talk to them only a couple times a year, multiple times a year, you become friends, whatever the situation might be, do you like this person? Is it easy to communicate with them? Now, this could just be one meeting, a phone call, or it could be multiple meetings in person. Think of this like an interview. Even if minimal contact is required during the lease term, this will still be a relationship, and you want to make sure you have a healthy relationship. So if you don't get along, or if you don't see eye to eye on critical things, it probably won't be a good situation. Those will be red flags to not move forward. But assuming everything seems like it's on the up and up, either way, you're going to want to ask some questions such as, what seasons are you allowed to hunt? Are you limited to just archery or gun or muzzleloader or all of the above? Is it pretty much an open gamut on what you can hunt? What about additional species besides deer? Can you hunt turkeys? Can you hunt upland birds? Can you hunt waterfowl? Are there other opportunities out there? Maybe even small game, predators? Can you trap? All those other interests that you have that are part of your hunting lifestyle, are those going to be options under the terms of that lease? Is there water on the property? Is there water there year round? Is the property prone to drought? Is there flooding? Those types of conditions with moisture can be very, very important for maintaining a productive deer hunting property, especially if you're getting into some of those other species. It can be absolutely critical. Can you camp on the property? And if you can camp, are you allowed to have bonfires while you're out there? What is the timber type on the property? Are there a lot of really good productive hardwoods, or is it a bunch of crap trees? Are there a lot of evergreens for thermal cover year round? You really want to talk to them and evaluate what kind of timber type is on the property if you haven't already walked it and figured that out for yourself. Are they planning any major changes to the property in the near future? Are they going to do a timber cut, or are they going to do something that's going to materially change the property from when you originally get into that lease, where it might make things difficult for you? How often are they going to be out there messing around? Are you going to be out there trying to sit in your tree stand and having somebody out there going on nature walks while you're out there trying to deer hunt? If there's agriculture on the property, if they're planting it, what are they planting? When are they planting it? And generally, when do they harvest? And how does this work with your goals as a hunter? If you're really into early season archery hunting, is there going to be a good food source there? Or is the neighbor going to have all the food? Like, what does that look like? Not just on the property that you're going to be hunting, but also around the neighborhood, so you get an idea of what else is going on, where all your deer are going to be moving, coming and going from. Can you cut trails and shooting lanes? That could be a deal maker or a deal breaker right there. If you run into somebody who doesn't want you cutting anything, well, you're going to want to know that up front. Are you allowed to plant food plots or put in water holes? Can you run trail cameras? Can you use an ATV or a side-by-side, or can you even go off-road, or do you have to just stay on the established trails? What's the relationship like with the neighbors? If you got somebody who is going to be your neighbor who you might be having to deal with even just semi-frequently, hopefully there's somebody who you can have a good relationship with, just like you do with the landowner or the person who's brokering the lease. Is it okay to butcher deer on the property? Can you discard a carcass on the property? If you're in an area where you have CWD limitations for where you can transport deer to and from, you might need to have that capability where you're hunting to at least be able to quarter the deer and debone it right there on site. Another obvious thing you can do, but is easily overlooked, is ask for references. If anybody else has leased the property in the past and everything has gone well, odds are they're going to have no problem referring you to those people. So don't be bashful about asking for references. So just remember, you're still pretty early in the process. If you haven't already signed a contract, you've got time. You want to make sure all the boxes are checked, all the questions are asked, all the deal makers or deal breakers are established, and just don't be afraid to address everything up front. So now that we've gotten this far along in the series, you're about to get into a hunting lease. The next stuff we're going to cover is some tips and strategies for once you actually have that lease. So stick around, look out for future episodes of The Renters, and we'll see you around.